What's up, Vegas vets and newbies and everyone in between? Welcome to Big Slick Vegas. And for today's video, we're going to be discussing my favorite budget hotels to stay at on the Las Vegas Strip. Now, what do we consider to be a budget hotel? Basically, and this is based on midweek prices, basically anything where during the week, where the overall rate, that includes the room rate and the um, resort fee, averages out to less than $100 a night. And what I did for all the hotels on the Las Vegas Strip was I took some random dates from June, September, and December, averaged them out, and that's how we came up with the list. So right here you see a list of hotels that I consider to be budget hotels. You have the Excalibur, Luxor, New York, and Tropicana, which are on the south end of the strip. You then have Bally's, Flamingo, the Link, Harrah's, which are in the center part of the strip. And then further down the north part of the strip is Circus, the Strat, and the Sahara. And this is going to be part one of this series. So we're going to feature about 3 hotels on this video and then do 3 more on the next video. So we'll now start. And what we're going to base a lot of these things on is basically a lot of it's my own personal experiences staying at these places. But we're also going to look at the location. Where is it? Where is the hotel located? In relation to other hotels and other attractions. We're going to look at the appearance and upkeep of the property. What's the vibe and atmosphere like there? Where was entertainment and attractions that's available at these hotels, as long as dining options. What's the casino like? And probably we'll also look at what the pools are like. I'm not a big pool person myself, but I know many of you are. So I've certainly done my research, and I have spent some time at some of these pools. But the most important thing, if you're getting a budget hotel, chances are you're doing so because you're looking for the best value you can get. So we're going to look at the price of the room, as well as what the size of the room is, and has it been recently renovated, and what kind of amenities comes with that room. So we'll now first start, we're going to talk about the Link, which is, you can see right here where that red star is up there, is right there around the center part of the strip. And the Link's gone through many name changes over the years, but it's been the Link for the last, I'd say probably about the last 6 or 7 years now. And it's become quite popular amongst many tourists. One of the big pros of the Link is the location. As I said, it's right there on the center part of the strip. You're within walking distance of several different hotels, including the Flamingo, Harrah's, the Venetian. You're right across the street from Caesar's Palace and the Mirage. Also close to the Cromwell, and not too terribly far from Bellagio and Bally's. The dining options are actually pretty good here. There's only a few restaurants within the property inside, such as there's the Hash House, the Go-Go. Guy Fieri has a restaurant there. You also have several restaurants from the Link Promenade, which is basically this big kind of shopping area that pretty much lies between the Link and the Flamingo. And there are several restaurant options there as well. Some of the many restaurants you have to choose from include the Yard House, Gordon Ramsay's Fish and Chip, Off the Strip, In-N-Out Burger. As far as attractions and entertainment go, within the Link, Matt Franco is the one act that's playing there. He's a magic act who appeared on America's Got Talent. Set aside from that, if you go to the Link Promenade, you do have what's known as the High Roller, which is a big, huge observation deck, Ferris wheel type. You also have within the hotel at the Link, you also have O'Shea's, which is kind of like a smaller Irish-themed casino within the casino of the Link. That's a pretty fun place to check out. And also down the Link Promenade, you also have the Brooklyn Bowl, which is kind of like a small little bowling center, plus it's also a concert hall. So it's kind of a cool place to check out. like I said, the vibe and atmosphere is pretty cool, especially if you're like a millennial or zillennial, if you're like in your 20s, early 30s or so. It's kind of got that upbeat, modern vibe to it, so it's something you'll probably enjoy. The rooms have been recently updated, and they do all come with a mini fridge, which is pretty standard for most of your Caesars properties, which the link does belong to the Caesars Rewards property. The one con is, whereas the rooms have been updated, they are pretty small. Right now they're at 300 square feet is the average size of the rooms. And once again, these are all based on the most basic size rooms there at these properties, or the lowest price rooms. However, it only comes out to about $80 a night for your average weekday rate. Now, our next property is a real sentimental favorite of mine, and that's the Sahara. Now, as you can see up here, it is all the way up there on the north end of the strip. And that's going to lead us to the one major con of this place. I think one of the reasons I put the Sahara on this list is mainly due, to be honest, sentimental reasons. This is a place where my wife and I stayed at when we had gotten married in Las Vegas. That was back in 2008. So yeah, I do have a little bit of a sentimental attachment to it. That being said, there are plenty of pros on this property. The rooms have been recently updated. The vibe and atmosphere has a very classic feel to it. It's a very historic property. It's one of the older properties that are still open on the strip. The casino, I think, is a really nice casino. It's got a little bit of everything, including a poker room. It's not too big and not too small, and it's easy to get around, so it's not like one of these huge casino areas where you're going to get lost. The pool area is actually fairly nice, but it's going to be even better as they are currently going through a renovating of the pool area, which reminds me, getting back to the link, the pool area there at the link is pretty small and pretty basic. Just a heads up just because I forgot to mention that earlier. And the upkeep of the appearance of the Sahara, this property has been renovated recently. They actually briefly changed the name to SLS, and that never really caught on, so they changed it back to the Sahara. The dining options at the property are pretty much okay. It's to be expected for most budget properties. You do have a kind of like fine dining place called Bazaar Meats. There's Uno Mas, Mexican restaurants, kind of like specialize in street Mexican food, and you do have like a small little coffee shop called Prende. They are supposed to be opening up some new restaurants here pretty soon. No date on that though yet. The one attraction they do have, and this is a con, they only really have one entertainment option in. They're supposed to be opening up the Magic Mike show, which was previously at the old Hard Rock Hotel, but since they have closed and went through a renovation and became Virgin Hotels, that act has moved over to the Sahara. And like I said, the one big con, the major con really, is the location. It is on the far north end of the strip. You're only really within walking distance of the Stratosphere, Circus, and soon the Resorts World Hotel Casino, which is a brand new resort that'll be opening up pretty soon. Hopefully they'll be opening some more places up around the north end of the strip. One thing is the main Las Vegas monorail does stop at the Sahara, and you can use that. It's something like, normally it's about $6 a trip, or I think you can get an all-day pass for around $10. Right now, as of the time of this recording, it's not operating due to the pandemic, but I've heard it's scheduling to be opening up here sometime during the summer of 2021. The room size, a little bit below average at 325 square feet, and it's averaged out at $94 a night. Like I said, the rooms have been renovated, and they also do come with a mini fridge. And our last one we're going to look at for this video is the Luxor. So we're going from one end of the strip to the other. We're going down towards the south end of the strip, which is where the Luxor is located. As you can see, it's right in between Mandalay Bay and Excalibur. And not shown on this map here, there is an indoor walkway that will connect the Luxor to Mandalay Bay as well as Excalibur. Now, there are plenty of pros on this property. For starters, the appearance and upkeep. And if you're kind of into these theming, goes back to the 90s when this was pretty popular in Las Vegas. It does have that Egyptian pyramid theme to it, which personally I think is really cool. There are also plenty of entertainment and attractions for this property, which is pretty impressive for a budget resort such as the Luxor, because you have the Blue Band Group, you have Fantasy, which is a adult review show. You also have Carrot Top. As far as other attractions, you have Titanic, the exhibit, and for those of you who love gaming, we have the HyperX Esports Arena, which is fairly popular there too. The rooms are extremely large. One of the more larger rooms that you'll see as far as budget hotels go, as they are at 420 square feet. From what I've heard, the pool area is actually pretty nice and fairly spacious. And the average rate per night for this room was only around $65 a night. Now, these rooms also are in the process of being remodeled and updated, so you could see that price going up a little bit in the future. Also, the cons, once again, might be, a lot of people would say, the location, because it's down on the very end of the strip, much like we talked about Sahara being in the opposite end. The difference is the Luxor is closer to quite a few other hotels, maybe not as many as maybe some people would like. Like I said, Mandalay Bay, the Excalibur, but it's also within short walking distance of New York, Tropicana, and the MGM Grand. One good thing I will say about this, and this is something to consider about staying on the south end of the strip, you're going to run into a lot less foot traffic. It's not quite as crowded down that way. So if you're someone who doesn't like being in big, huge crowds, the south end of the strip might be a good option for you. And then if you do want to head down towards the other end of the strip, you can always take a quick cab ride or an Uber or Lyft. Uber or Lyft I would probably suggest, as they're normally quite a bit cheaper than taking a taxi. So that is going to be it for this video. And once again, I want to thank you for watching. We will do a second part of this and feature 3 more resorts. And then, so until then, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.